The year is 2026, and once again, the world of supercars has been shaken by the rebirth of a legend. For years, enthusiasts whispered and speculated about whether Lexus would ever bring back its most iconic masterpiece, the LFA. The original LFA, produced between 2010 and 2012, wasn't just a car. It was a statement, a benchmark, and to many, a spiritual experience on four wheels. And now, after more than a decade, Lexus has answered the prayers of car lovers around the world with the return of the all-new 2026 Lexus LFA, a machine that is already rewriting the definition of what a Japanese supercar can be. The original LFA was famous for its 4.8-liter naturally aspirated V10, co-developed with Yamaha, capable of screaming up to 9,000 RPM with a soundtrack so legendary that it's still talked about today as one of the greatest engine notes ever created. It wasn't just about numbers, it was about emotion, precision, and perfection. But now, times have changed. The automotive world in 2026 is a very different landscape. Electrification, hybrid technology, artificial intelligence, and sustainable performance have become part of the conversation. So the question is, how does the new Lexus LFA carry its heritage into a modern era, while living up to its legendary name? The answer, as you'll see, is both fascinating and groundbreaking. At the heart of the 2026 Lexus LFA is a new generation powertrain that blends performance with future-proof engineering. Instead of going fully electric, Lexus has chosen a highly advanced twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8 paired with a performance-oriented hybrid system. Together, they produce a staggering 950 horsepower, putting the LFA firmly in hypercar territory. But what makes it more impressive is the way this power is delivered. The gasoline engine screams with the high revving excitement reminiscent of the old V10, while the hybrid system fills in torque instantly, ensuring seamless acceleration with zero lag. From a standstill, the 2026 LFA rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.3 seconds, and the top speed is an astonishing 221 miles per hour, making it the fastest production Lexus ever built. But the numbers alone don't tell the whole story. Lexus engineers, obsessed with balance and driver engagement, have fine-tuned the chassis to deliver not just straight-line performance, but also surgical precision in the corners. The body is constructed using the latest in carbon fiber reinforced plastic and lightweight alloys, reducing weight while increasing stiffness. The aerodynamics are a masterpiece in themselves. Active wings, diffusers, and vents all work together to optimize downforce at high speeds while keeping drag minimal. The result is a car that feels planted, agile, and incredibly predictable, even when pushed to its limits. One of the biggest questions fans had was whether the 2026 LFA could replicate the sound experience of the original. After all, the soundtrack of the first LFA was legendary, often compared to an F1 car for its spine-tingling note. Lexus knew they couldn't simply ignore this heritage. So, they partnered once again with Yamaha, this time developing an acoustic control system that enhances both the natural growl of the twin-turbo V8 and the futuristic whir of the hybrid motors. The cabin features a resonance chamber designed to feed the driver an intoxicating mix of mechanical symphony and electric harmonics. The result: a sound experience that feels both nostalgic and futuristic, honoring the past while embracing the present. Step inside the 2026 LFA, and you're greeted by a cockpit that blends luxury, performance, and cutting-edge technology. The original LFA was known for its obsessive attention to detail, and this new version continues that tradition. The seats are sculpted for maximum support during high G cornering, yet they remain comfortable for long-distance drives. Materials include hand-stitched leather, Alcantara, carbon fiber, and subtle accents of brushed aluminium. But the real highlight is the driver interface. The fully digital display is customizable, offering multiple performance modes, from track-focused telemetry to road trip comfort layouts. Augmented reality is integrated into the heads-up display, projecting racing lines, braking points, and navigation directly onto the windshield for a futuristic driving experience. Technology in the new LFA doesn't stop at performance. Lexus has made sure the car feels connected and intelligent. Advanced driver assistance features are built in but can be turned off entirely for purists who want nothing but raw, unfiltered control. Artificial intelligence systems adapt the suspension, throttle response, and even the exhaust tuning to the driver's behavior in real time. If you're cruising calmly, the car adjusts to deliver comfort and efficiency. The moment you push harder, it transforms into a razor-sharp weapon of speed and control. It's this duality that makes the new LFA stand apart. It's not just a hypercar for the track, but a usable supercar for the real world. Another area where Lexus has pushed the envelope is sustainability. The 2026 LFA isn't just about being fast, it's about being responsible. The hybrid system allows for short electric-only driving in cities, reducing emissions where it matters most. Recycled carbon fiber composites and eco-friendly interior materials are used wherever possible, without compromising performance or luxury. Lexus wants to prove that high performance and sustainability are not mutually exclusive, and the LFA is their flagship statement of that philosophy. Of course, no discussion of the new LFA is complete without comparing it to its competition. In 2026, the hypercar landscape is crowded with heavy hitters. Ferrari has its SF90 successor, Lamborghini is pushing hybridized V12s, McLaren continues its lightweight philosophy with advanced electrification, and Porsche's Mission R platform is dominating with all-electric performance. Yet the Lexus LFA stands out because it doesn't simply chase numbers, it pursues an identity. Where Ferrari might overwhelm you with aggression, and Porsche might impress with clinical precision, the LFA feels like a carefully tuned musical instrument, delivering not just performance, but an experience. It's not about copying what others are doing, it's about carving its own path. Production numbers are also a point of interest. The original LFA was limited to just 500 units, making it one of the rarest supercars of the modern era. Lexus has announced that the 2026 LFA will also be limited, though slightly higher in production to meet demand. Only 750 units will be built globally, ensuring exclusivity while allowing a few more enthusiasts the chance to own one. And yes, the price reflects this rarity. The starting price of the new LFA is around $1.2 million, placing it firmly in hypercar territory. But as with the original, buyers aren't just purchasing a car, they're buying into a legend, an icon, and an engineering masterpiece. The driving experience, according to early test drives, is nothing short of breathtaking. On a track, the car feels alive, every input from the driver met with immediate response. The steering is precise, the brakes are strong yet progressive, and the balance through corners inspires confidence even at high speeds. On the road, it manages to surprise with its usability. The suspension can soften for rougher streets, The hybrid system allows for quiet city driving, and the interior comforts make it as practical as a luxury Grand Tourer. This dual personality makes it one of the most versatile hypercars on the planet. When talking about the LFA, it's impossible not to discuss the emotional factor. The original became legendary not because it was the fastest or the most powerful, but because it made people feel something unique. It connected driver and machine in a way few cars ever could. The 2026 version seems to follow the same philosophy. It's not about dominating spec sheets, but about creating an experience, one that makes your heart race, your palms sweat, and your ears tingle every time you press the throttle. It's about the joy of driving, distilled into its purest form. The legacy of the LFA has always been about passion over profit. The first generation wasn't even a financial success for Lexus, but it became a halo car that elevated the entire brand's image. This new generation carries that same spirit. It's a car that shows Lexus isn't afraid to dream big, to challenge conventions, and to build something not because it's easy, but because it's worth doing. The LFA represents the very best of Lexus engineering, design, and philosophy, and it once again proves that Japan can stand toe-to-toe with the very best from Europe. As we close out this deep dive into the 2026 Lexus LFA, one thing is clear: this is more than just a car. It's a symbol. A symbol of progress, of heritage, of emotion, and of ambition. It represents what happens when a brand refuses to be confined by expectations and instead aims to create something truly unforgettable. Whether you're lucky enough to see one on the road, hear one on a track, or maybe even own one, the new LFA is destined to be remembered as one of the defining cars of its generation. And so, the legend of the Lexus LFA continues. A car that was once thought impossible to replace has been reborn for a new era, bringing with it all the soul of the original, enhanced with the technology and vision of the future. For enthusiasts around the world, this is a moment worth celebrating, because cars like the LFA don't just come around every day. They are rare, special, and unforgettable. The 2026 Lexus LFA is proof that passion is still alive in the automotive world, and it will inspire a whole new generation of car lovers to dream bigger, drive faster, and believe in the magic of engineering.